We're seeing a bounce for Bitcoin, but the question is this going to just be a short-lived dead cat bounce and that we are going to then turn around and start going down again? Or is this the real deal and that we're gonna go up and we're gonna take out these levels and go up to the price targets we have for this bull market? Well, today guys, I am going to talk about exactly that. I am going to show you the most important charts you need to see right at this moment. So guys, make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end of this video. Welcome back everybody, my name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it. What you can see here for Bitcoin is that since having this big drop yesterday, a lot of panic in the market obviously, you can see that we went down and actually the orange box supported the Bitcoin price here 3 times, 1, 2, 3 times, and from this point we're now seeing a big bounce. Also, what we can see here is that if we zoom out, you can see that we did have this channel down and you can see that we eventually broke down below it, but potentially we could start to see a little bit of a trend reversal from the orange box here, and if you bought at the orange box here, you're already sitting at some nice juicy profits. But what we need to see now is because you can see that we're going up and this is the key level. The next key level is 57,500 because that is where the orange box is starting here. So we need to break through this orange box first. This is gonna be, we have broken the bullish structure we had for Bitcoin. That is very, very clear. And yeah, this orange box is gonna be the first test to see if Bitcoin, if this rally is the real deal. And then once we take out that one, we do have, of course, the orange box above as well, which is $63,000, but also some key moving averages. You do have the 200-day moving average, this green line, which is currently at 61,500. This one, which is the 50-day moving average, you do have that one at 62. And then the 100-day, the purple line, is at 64. So very, very important resistance levels on the way up here, which we need to break through. But first things first, we need to first see if we can break through. And you can see this orange line here provided some resistance also on the way up, got rejected 1, 2, 3 times, but broke through it. And now let's see if we can get more momentum and break through this orange box. That will be the first sign to see if this bounce is the real deal or not. Now, if we look at the 2-day chart, you know that I have this chart, which I've been looking at for quite a while. And you can see we broke down from it. We actually closed below it. However, a little bit of a fake out and we're back into it. So also this chart is very important to keep our eyes on. If we look at why we're seeing this bounce, well, the traditional markets in the US actually didn't do terribly yesterday. I mean, it did pretty bad. The S&P 500 fell 3%, which is the biggest one-day drop since September 2022. So yes, it did bad. However, it was not that doomsday thing that a lot of people were expecting, okay? So it was no doomsday when the traditional markets opened up yesterday, which is absolutely fantastic. We did not want to see a free fall in the US markets once they started to open here. And if you look at the USD to the Japanese yen, the USD actually gained a little bit, well, in general, obviously it's down a lot recently, but you can see this bounce. So a little bit of potential optimism in the market right now that maybe it's not as bad as it could potentially, like the worst case scenario was printed on the wall, and a lot of people were fearful for that scenario, and that could still be the case. We still need to be a little bit careful here, but at the very least we survived yesterday when most people were in panic mode. Now, let me show you something else, because this actually sparked a little bit of optimism. So obviously everyone are afraid right now that we are in a recession, and the data that came out yesterday was the manufacturing PMI, and it was 51.4 and is expected to be at 51, so a little bit better than expected, and the previous value was 48.8, indicating that economic activity expanded in July. This data questions the judgment on the US recession. So this is some good data that came out, so maybe we're not in a recession, maybe we are, but at least this data is suggesting that maybe things are not as bad as anticipated yesterday. So that is all good. Now, before I talk about some other charts I need to show you, in terms of my own trades and my own trading strategies, I opened up my trading strategy again, the one that was closed by OKX, same settings, same everything. So this one is now open. Obviously, my previous bot, which is still holding a massive Bitcoin position, it's currently down $50,000. However, yesterday I think it was down like $70,000 or something like that. So yeah, starting to potentially get back up there. We will see, guys. Yeah, I will keep holding these ones, and we will see, guys. We will see if they are going to turn out to be very good decisions to hold these ones or not. But for me, everything is fine, because I think that if we go down any lower, let's say if we were to fail this orange box, well, then we're getting down to like 48, 47. And honestly, anything below $50,000 for me, for Bitcoin, is just a steal. It's just too cheap. So if we go down to those levels, yes, the charts will look ugly. However, I mean, Bitcoin would be so cheap at that point. So I would pretty much be happy to be able to scoop up Bitcoin at like 45 if I get the opportunity, 47. So that is all great, guys. That is all great. And of course, never trade with more than you are able to lose. And control your risk. Make sure you do not get liquidated. Make sure you don't get wrecked and everything like that. Obviously, you know about these things already. But just know, the lower we go for Bitcoin, the bigger the opportunity, especially as the rest of the markets are at... they've been outperforming Bitcoin for a few months. And so I think that Bitcoin is undervalued even compared to the traditional markets. Now, if you want to use these trading strategies yourself, then make sure to go to the description of this video. First, you can watch the tutorial, the trading tutorial at the top here, and it's going to explain everything about that. But if you just want to use the trading strategies, you do have the link here on OKX. Claim up to $60,000 by clicking on this link, claim the bonus. And then with one click, you can use this one. It's going to set up the bot for you. If you cannot use OKX, then use BitGet, get up to $40,000, and then click on this link to use that. Now, just like I said, watch the trading tutorial at the top of the description to understand what it is all about. Also, you get a free $300 trade on Avo, no KYC, so make sure to take advantage of that. Also, click on this link and sign up to Avo. I am going to be entering into a trade on Avo here on the channel very, very soon. So you will want to have an account ready when that actually happens. I'm just waiting for the right opportunity, guys, but I will be the first one to let you know when that happens. Now, to some good news. Europe's fourth largest hedge fund put nearly $500 million into Bitcoin ETFs. So you can see that the Bitcoin ETFs are doing their job. Now, I like to look at some on-chain support. And if you look at the Bitcoin MV/RV ratio during the last 30 days, it hasn't been this low since November of 2022, which was the FTX collapse. So this is usually a bottoming signal. You can see we had a big bounce here. That was the absolute bottom for Bitcoin, $16,000. And now we are at the same level. So are we going to see the same kind of bounce? Well, let me know what you think down in the comment section. But I also like to look at the on-chain support levels in which Bitcoin has been purchased at, because one of the key support levels for Bitcoin is currently around $47,000, where nearly 900,000 addresses previously bought almost 500,000 Bitcoin. So if the purchase price for a lot of people is at a certain price, then that tends to be a major point of support for Bitcoin as well. And if we look at some of the different cohorts here, you can see that the cost basis for everyone that has been using the ETFs to buy Bitcoin, their average price is $65,000. So we are already below that. Binance traders' average price is $55,000. So that's right on where we are at right now. Mining companies' general average price is $45,000. And this is key because below this level in the past downturns, this confirmed a bear market. So we are not below it yet. So hopefully we will stay above it. So we will see about that, but things are not looking too bad in my opinion. We need to keep our eyes on all of the data that's coming out. We need to adjust our strategies potentially if that happens. We do have some key support levels, resistance levels coming up here. So be careful with that as well. Also, Japan's finance minister is closely monitoring the markets with sense of urgency. So at least Japan, they're also looking at this, and yeah, we will see what happens with that. But that is what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. We're seeing a big bounce across the altcoins as well, but don't forget that during the week, altcoins are down a lot. Bitcoin is down minus 16%, but altcoins are down like minus 30, minus 20. So be careful with altcoins, even though you're seeing a nice bounce right here as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I will see you on the next one.